Net.
That's what's up. So how did this Joe Young Kokane relationship evolve?
So the good brother Magic Mike from Nerve DJs, I've been kicking it with him for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, we've been going back and forth on some real conversations. And Mike was like, "Yo, you gotta do something with Kokane." I'm like, "What cocaine? The cocaine about the law code?" Like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, hook it up. Yeah, let's do it, because it all made sense at the time, and my gut feeling was like, yeah, this could be a good thing. So me and the homie Mike got the big homie Coke on the phone, and we just got down on that Chicago remix, and the people gravitated to it. Then we put out another record. What was the record after that, Cole? Which one did we do after that?
That was the Busta Rhymes remix.
Yeah, the What I remix. People gravitated to that. Then we did the You Hear Me remix with Corrupt from Dog Pound. People gravitated to that. And then we did the other record, like the people gravitated to a lot too, was the Waiting on Detox with Game on it. But that just leaked somehow, you know what I'm saying? This shit just leaked, but we got behind it. So like, yo, this is dope music, you know what I'm saying? We did the record, it came out, so we noticed that the record came out, and we just got behind it, and we pushed it, and everything was dope with the record. So people really gravitating to what we doing and hitting the DM like, yo, y'all doing some dope music. And then me and Coach just came up with the idea, man, like, yo, don't change your winning team, man. Let's put this mixtape together and, give it to the world, man. And they've been gravitating to it, man. And, like that, we got a lot of great things planned for the future, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how that happened. I mean, God just put it together. You can't really explain it. We just had a few real conversations, and we saw eye to eye on everything we talked about so far, and business been smooth and everything been dope. So why not, man? And it's plus Coke is part of West Coast hip hop history, and people need to fucking respect that fact right there. You feel me? Like, people really gotta respect that fact. So, like, I'm gonna make sure, and Coke gonna make sure that they will respect all of this shit. Because this man been on 60 million records, mad Hollywood movies and shit, you know what I'm saying, on the San Andreas soundtrack. Like, he got a few albums, a few classics. What's the funny story about it is, my favorite record of all times is Tupac, Fortune and Fame, and Coke on the record. So it just made sense. That connection just happened. So, that shit
That's right.
That shit was just crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, word, that Coke, of course we gonna do this. And you see how people react to it, man. You go to that Piff right now, motherfuckers blowing that shit up. They download, listening. They just fans of good music right now, man. So that's how that happened.
That's dope, man. Coke is December, man. We got a few weeks left in 2014. You 20 years plus in this rap game, like Joe said. 20 years later, man, with all the accolades and accomplishments that Joe just named off, and there's plenty others that a lot of people probably don't know about. But I mean, sitting where you're sitting at today, right now, man, and looking back since 1991 when they put the first album out, now. How you feel about the things you've done for West Coast rap, for just rap in general?
Oh man, I'm humbled. I'm humbled because, man, you see a lot of people in and gone today. You see them be one-hit wonders, and you also see loved ones that you used to work with, from KMG, Eazy-E, Tupac, Mac Dre, Jay Dilla, even Screw, and just a combination of being in this a long time is just surreal, fam. And the good thing about it is that if it had not been for God, man, I will sing the same song to the end of my passing. If it had not been for God, man, really touching my life and giving me that type of family structure, you know what I'm saying, I wouldn't even be here, fam. And to look back and how I did certain things and touch so many lives, it just let me know that God had a purpose and plan for my life. Is to be a prophet of music, is to touch people and make them inspired. And if anything that I want to be remembered as is a person that was about the same type of people that you can compare to your Marvin Gaye's, because they touched on prolific edge and what's the sign of the times, and also family structure, and most importantly, God, Heavenly Father. So, with that being said, this is an entertainment business, and it's a blessing to have the young generation to be able to take and what they learned from the OGs and to apply it and to hand down the baton. That's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So I think I've done that. I've been, quiet as kept, the unsung hero and the scheme of the West Coast sound. But I look at it for what it is. Like when you hear certain records you heard back in the days, the name of my group and movement back then was called Aftermath. You would have never heard no words like word called ballin' or words like chronic in the first place, because we, Above the Law and Kokane, is the inventors of G-Funk, and we coined those records. So I look at all the impact that it had, and just co-writing, the appetite for destruction, and being on the biggest selling N.W.A. album, but not being invited to the N.W.A. movie. You see what I'm saying? So when I look at that, I just sit back and laugh, because I know what I have done, and I'm comfortable in my own skin now, because it used to bother me. But then at the same time, the way I learned from scriptures and learned from just life experiences is that don't worry about that. You work hard. God will get you to the right people that's going to compliment you and really want to see you do better. You know what I'm saying? So I sit back and I look at a lot of things, brother, and I sit back and just laugh. Me and Hutch sit on the phone and laugh all the time, because we don't want to look like the mad rappers. But at the same time, the truth hurt. And I'm comfortable in I'm very, very blessed. I have 8 children, wife. I'm successful in what I do independently. I'm not no porch monkey for no 360 deal. And I get a chance to mix it up with brothers like that, like Joe, who's family and orientated, and everything that's about us as far as our push Buddy Boy Entertainment, all the artists included. You know what I'm saying? It's a family structure. So I know where my blessings come from. My blessings don't come from these accolades or what these people try to hide up. My blessings come from God. In fact, those that try to nitpick me and take things away, I'm going to say the most profound thing that I can say to them right now is God bless you.
Speaking on the N.W.A. movie, the brother Eric, he writes, OG, man, your fondest memory of working with Eazy-E?
Just regular. You see, Eric had game, and him and Jerry Heller made. A lot of people want to talk about Jerry Heller, but he was a blessing to hip hop. Don't get it twisted. You know what I'm saying? Those two together put something big together. But see, what I remember about Eric was 5 foot something high. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't all flossy. He had on khakis, 501s with the Cortezes. You know what I'm saying? Or the hush puppies. Straight coat up with a Compton hat and a big body. And when he came around you, he came around the hood. He made you feel like, hey, I'm a billionaire too. And see, that's what I love about. I'm gonna tell you something. I always. Why do you think I always mention Eazy-E? I respect and honor that brother, man, because you know why? Besides him being the model for Master P, Baby, Dre, to follow. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you a story. Before my kids was born, they were born prematurely, twins. They was about to be born. They needed to be born 7 months. So they needed a major operation. And at that time, I didn't have access to get to anything, you know what I'm saying, especially any banks back then. But it was an operation to if they didn't receive this operation, something bad was going to happen, right? Just put it like that. Eric had an important meeting to go to, a deal breaker meeting. And you know what I'm saying? They give me chills. I'm holding back the tears right now. Ain't no bitch, but I'm holding back the tears right now. I'm gonna tell you. Eric Wright canceled his meeting, drove up to Fontana, California. You understand? And cashed them people out $30,000 cash here. He said, take care of your kids. I ain't none of my niggas go through nothing, especially with their family. So that's why I always salute that brother. And I know a lot of things that were taken from that brother, you know, is really not honorable. A lot of things are done for greed and capital gain. We understand that. It's called Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? But the Eazy that I know will always stay with me like Kodak memories. And a lot of people that got those stories will stay with them like Kodak memories. That's why I sit back and laugh. That's why it's no different than what people have done and try to do to me in this music industry. I sit back and laugh. That's why the popular music that's out today, that we shake our head and be like, man, whatever happens to the Marvin Gayes and the Michael Jacksons and the good R&B music and the 90s period and the 2000 when they did real instruments. Well, you know what? Even though I can turn off the radio, put on my YouTube, and sit back and laugh. You see what I'm saying? So being around Eazy, I take that same concept, and it really helped me. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, to be able to get credibility and different things taken away from you, you know, it's enough to make somebody go crazy. Because especially if they fool whole cultures. You see what I'm saying? But then I can go back to Eazy-E, and I can sit in the room with them and close my eyes and say, well, you know what? What would Eazy do at the same time? Eazy would sit back and say, hey, man, I ain't worried about that. And he'd sit back and laugh. So Eazy, man, was just the coolest individual one would ever meet. He made all walks of life feel like they were special, fam. And a lot of people talk about this and that, but that man, philanthropist skills was something else. He would give to people. He didn't care if he was black, white, Jewish. He was a giver. And that's one thing, before I finish, that's what Eric was. He had a giving spirit. And I miss him and love him. We'll always celebrate Eazy-E.
Fan appreciation is available right now on Dat Piff. Videos. Just log on to the Kokane official YouTube channel, Joe Young YouTube channel. Any last words for you guys fans?
Okay. No, we just want to thank everybody, you know what I'm saying, making this fan appreciation really, you know, a success for us, for what we doing, for what we bring to the table. And, you know, we just want to keep making honorable and honest and warm and heartfelt music, because you can't tell me what's hot, man. You got to let the music speak for itself. So if that happens, you know, you got one, you got something. So just watch out for, you know, that fan appreciation. Just download it. We got a few visuals coming. Me and Cole, we've been working on some other great stuff that's about to unfold and unravel. And, you know, shout out to all the reputables, man. You know, OG Big Hutch. You know, the homie Kane, the homie Gip, the homie Turk. Shout out to the whole Buddy Boy artist family, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's been pushing this line. Shout out to all the promoters and all the fans and everybody that's trying to book us for a show. But don't flood the DM on Twitter, though. Trying to find the real email address, because the DM, we can't really get to it like that, you know what I'm saying? So we got official email addresses. You can go on the Buddy Boy site, you know what I'm saying? You can follow all our social medias. You know, we just got a lot of stuff coming, man, so just watch out for that, man.
I want to definitely give a shout-out to Sickness and everything y'all been doing over the years to really protect the sound and bring it global.
Down too.
You know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate y'all. And if anybody need, like Brother Joe said, if y'all want to know what's happening with us, you can go to our site at buddyboyent.com. You spell it B-U-D, E is in there, B-O-Y-E-N-T.com. We got classic Kokane collection on there. We got stuff on Joe to sell on there. It's just that's the site right now. They got the traffic coming through there. So once again, you can go to buddyboyent.com. That's B-U-D-E-B-O-Y-E-N-T.com. And keep
grab
on rocking
that
with that
bundle
West.
pack.